Hi guys, welcome back to the Once You're In podcast. Myself and Josh. Again, Reece is late. I don't know how he manages to do it, but he does it every single week. And we even moved the time for him this week, and he's still late. For some reason, like you give him a time, and then he just forgets it. Oh my word!
And then he joins after 25 seconds every single time.
Boys, it's been literally 2 times. I didn't even get the notification.
Why
I'm
do
ever
you
so
need
sorry.
to get a notification? You shouldn't need the notification. We've said what time we're doing. We said, right, 4:45.
Finn, mate, what is the attitude about? Finn, what is this attitude about? It's a fucking podcast, mate. I don't think it
We
makes...
message in the chat each week like, oh, I didn't get the notification. You shouldn't need the notification. We've said what time.
Finn, I've said it twice, mate.
Yeah, the last 2 weeks.
Now, darlings.
Okay.
We're all friends round here.
Josh is in the middle there, falling out.
Yeah.
Anyway, Reece is late / he's got here now. Welcome, mate. You didn't miss anything. We were just talking about you being late. So.
Oh, actually, guys, I'm sorry. I have a cap coming. Josh, I haven't shown you this. I've shown Finn this. Sorry for being late, everybody. For people. So this is the reason why I'm getting. This cap here. Oh, don't know if you can see that. I'm sorry, I'm gay. No, I'm sorry, I'm late. I'm gay, and I was having gay sex. So I'm going to get a cap.
Actually bought one?
I'm going to look. So I'm going to find the cap. So I'm just going to
wear that anywhere.
Literally just the podcast. I will intentionally join the podcast a minute late every single week, and then just take the cap off.
Yeah.
After like a couple minutes. So sorry for being late, guys. I'm actually gay, and I was having gay sex. All right.
So, sorry guys, we didn't do the Thursday episode because me and Reece are gay and we were having gay sex. Yeah. We didn't do the Thursday episode because for some reason I think I was super busy, and then it got to the time where we'd usually do the pod and we just didn't do the pod, and I didn't message Reece didn't message me, and we just didn't do the podcast on Thursday.
I realised I had a call, and I finished the call and was like, Finn has a message, but I was like, guess I'm not doing the podcast.
I had like a hectic day, and I was like, I'm not even gonna like attempt to fit the podcasting on top, so it just stressed me out. Apologies for that, guys, but that means this episode we have a good amount to discuss. So we have a few PCA shows, we have the Arnold South America, we have fruitiest thing of the week, we have content we didn't like, we have the PTSD thing. Yeah. We have plenty. So where do you want to start, boys? You decide, because I have a wonderful bowl of rice pudding to consume.
Oh, that looks like a really nice... What type of rice pudding is it?
Oh, it is ESN code. Well, I think when I bought it, I've used code Eagles, mate, because I bought like 3 packets a while ago.
Did you?
I'll use yours from now on. Congrats.
Mine? Who said that I'm sponsored by ESN? God. But that would be a really cool sponsorship to obtain.
Wow, Josh, it wouldn't be like you're the 400 athlete they got in the UK. That's crazy, man.
Bro, you should see the group chat. I think I'm like the 800th athlete.
I know, I've seen screenshots of the group chat. Like, it is crazy. Yeah.
Have you announced it yet?
No. Hey, spoiler alert, guys. The announcement's coming on Friday, but this goes live on Thursday, doesn't it?
Yeah.
This will be out before.
Yeah. So on Wednesday night, I'm posting a teaser reel, right, which basically makes it sound like I'm going enhanced.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest, Josh. Is this not a bit over? I thought you were quite against like this sort of overkill, like side of like social media, because all this for a fucking sponsorship announcement, mate. I mean, you sure? Like, do you know?
What?
Like, mate,
you're taking the piss.
A reel, then an announcement, and also like a big things coming post about a supplement sponsor, mate. I thought you were a bit against this whole like modern social media wokeness.
No. I'm all for it, bro. If it makes money, it makes sense. You know what I mean?
I think, like, if it was, I'm not being horrible, but if it was Gymshark or something like that, which you are affiliated with, for now, makes sense. But, like, mate, ESN, this is not me being anything, is like, as a joke, it's not anything personal against ESN. They just have a gazillion athletes.
Yeah, look, that's by the by.
Yeah.
It could be Taveo. I would put the same amount of effort in.
Right.
You know? Do you think it's the right decision leaving pit stop?
Right now, I'm yet to have a supplement from ESN that I don't think is as good or better than something that I've had elsewhere.
Okay,
right?
Can we have some examples? Because honestly, like, the only supplement I can understand is like probably the rice pudding, or the designer whey. Is that oh my
the whey?
Okay, Josh, tell me. So you're telling me that if I look through the profile of fucking Crank, is that the Pump Pro? You're telling me that's better than like so from, let's say, Pit Stop, you could have had let's say, I don't know, an Alpha Lion pump
or anything.
Turbo pump.
Yeah.
I think that they're on a par.
Okay.
To be fair, Turbo Pump is probably the best pump product
that is good.
I've ever used. Now, I don't know how much I can go into detail on a podcast on, what I had at Pit Stop versus what I'm getting at ESN. But it's night and day different.
Are you, Josh, Finn, did you have the same package with Pit Stop?
I think so.
Okay.
Similar.
Yeah, that makes sense then, Josh. I can get
that for you. In terms of like, what I get from it, it's so much better. And I'm yet to see, like, me and Tom are both signing for ESN Shock Horror. There's nothing that like, oh yeah, that's better at Pit Stop. Like, health subs are pretty much the exact same. The ways are a class.
Yeah.
Sleep products, fucking insane. That's the best sleep product I've ever had. Honestly, there's nothing that I'm like, oh, I wish that was better.
I don't know enough about ESN products. Like, I haven't looked into them enough. In my opinion, like, based on, and this is literally just my perception of it, and this is based on just me being naive to ESN, I just see it as like a MyProtein. Now, I don't think it's bad. I think it's pretty good. The rice pudding's good. I've tried the whey, and it was decent. Like, I didn't have any digestive issues. It tasted alright. It wasn't amazing, but it wasn't bad. But I haven't really tried anything else, so I can't really speak too much on it.
For your birthday, Finn, I'll sort you out, mate.
Thanks, mate. It's in 2 weeks.
I know it is.
Josh,
don't worry. I know these things.
Are they going to force you to put loads of protein bars up on your story that you don't eat?
No.
Josh probably does eat protein bars.
Yeah.
I have had some sent, and they are pretty good, but I'll be honest, the macros aren't fantastic.
Finn, do you know the macros of the ESN protein bars? They're like 13 protein, 10 fat, 15 carb or something. I don't actually know. I just remember seeing the fat to protein ratio being like legit almost 1-to-1, and I was like, how the
fuck? They taste balanced.
Yeah.
Mate, it's like they're like chocolate bars
because they are
with protein.
They literally they've got a normal chocolate bar, and they've just sprinkled in like 8 grams of whey, 3 grams of casein, and like they're just like, it's got a bit of milk in. We could probably claim that for protein. We should be good.
Like, let's be honest. Like, what decent bodybuilder is getting their protein from a protein bar? Yeah, like, it's such a nothing thing. Yeah. Like, it's one of the first things that I tell my clients to take out. Like,
even like quote unquote good protein bars that, let's say, have 25 grams of complete protein, they're shit. Like, all protein bars are shit. They have like sugar alcohol in a crazy amount. People's digestion is always impacted by them. They don't even taste great. Just, if you want a chocolate bar, have a chocolate bar.
I'd say the only time to ever eat a protein bar that is like kind of acceptable is if like you've travelled all day and there's nothing open, you're like, I'll just do 2 protein bars, or like you're in an airport. I don't think I've bought a protein bar with like money since 2016 not in an airport. Basically, that's the only time that I've been like, the food's here's wank.
Even then, I think there's always better options.
I don't know. I feel like some like Spanish airports, you're going to struggle. Like, there's rarely ever any chicken. It's just like
they wouldn't have protein bars.
They do.
I'd rather have a ham sandwich.
I had protein. I know that because I was fucking in Madrid earlier this year. Like Spain, like most airports, all sell protein bars.
Yeah, if you've got protein bars, you've got like sushi or something.
Yeah.
I get that.
A McDonald's wrap of the day.
Yeah.
I'd rather have that than a protein bar. It's probably cheaper as well.
Oh, you'd have more protein.
Yeah.
Right. So
there you go.
Fair play, Josh. Congratulations, mate.
Thank you.
Yeah, congratulations. It just took us
thanks.
It just took us 8 minutes to get to the congratulations, mate. Right. Content of the week. Content we don't like.
We'll do it. Are we going to discuss the PTSD?
Might as well.
Real.
Yeah, you always wanted to discuss that, didn't you? I still haven't seen it.
You've not seen it?
I'm busy, mate.
No, here we go. Finn, go on screen time on Instagram right now on your phone. I guarantee it's over 2 hours a day.
No, it's not. I have a 45-minute timer on it, and I hardly ever hit it.
Let's see. Screen time. Let's see. Imagine
you boys okay? Do you need to tell each other 10 things that you love about each other?
No, tell 10 things we hate each other.
I don't even know how to get onto screen time.
Go on settings.
But look at this guy. He's stalling. He's stalling.
Go on settings. I'm on it now. Go on settings. Type in screen time.
Finn, you're always the first person to view my stories, bro.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm thinking.
Stop lying.
Yeah, I feel like it's been, even if you have not intentionally.
I have a 45-minute or an hour limit on it, 100%, and I hardly ever hit it.
6-hour limit.
Yeah, I just feel like even if you haven't seen it, you have seen it. I feel like it's like, I feel like I've seen it on I go on YouTube and it's on there for some reason.
Instagram, 42 minutes.
I can't see it, Finn. You see the camera.
Oh.
4 hours, Instagram, 20 minutes.
42 minutes.
Yeah, is that today then, mate? It's 5 o'clock, bro.
Mate, WhatsApp, 40 minutes? Do you hate your clients?
It's because I'm on my laptop.
I'm joking.
So yeah, thank you very much. Please tell me the PTSD thing. I know it was Max. Okay. I know Reece trained with Max.
I didn't train with him. That's like me.
We can't.
Did train with them.
I didn't train with him. Stop spreading rumours.
Daily average 48 minutes.
Okay.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, and good night. I'm gonna.
You made me look like a right twat.
I always do.
Right.
Go.
So the problem is, and like I say this because I think we've got to be careful with our words, because by the looks of things, if one person says or insinuates anything, both sides of mostly Max's side of the party he gets a little bit upset by the looks of things. So it's like, I didn't say that, but it's like, well, you kind of like skirted around it. Basically, Finn, I didn't even watch at the end of the reel. I only got a minute and a half in of both sides, because I think it's more so just funny to see. And also, annoyingly, Josh, we spoke about this at the end of the podcast yesterday, last week. There's parts of both sides, parts of Max's side more predominantly, that I actually get. Like, I think if he worded it in a normal-ish way and it was a little bit less extreme, I actually would go, yeah, that makes sense, because we've all spoken about elements of like PTSD or not stress, like anxiety based off preps. But I think the way that he went about it was on a slightly more intense side. And as a result, people hear PTSD and they're like, oh my God, my granddad can't go outside because if it's bright, he thinks there's a bomb or a nuclear bomb going off or something like that. Like, Josh, it's the truth, isn't it? Like, come on, let's be honest. People get offended. People get upset and shit like that.
Yeah,
and then they're like, fuck Max, it's just bodybuilding. It's self-chosen. And then Max, I think, got a bit defensive because he was getting a lot of shit. But essentially, Max said preps can give you, or preps could lead to psychological issues, mental issues. Elements of PTSD can kind of be given to you from any level of slight to mild to moderate to extreme trauma. Are preps traumatic for some people if they've not been handled well? And then I do know that he kind of like towards the end plugged his coaching in a non-pluggy way, but it was a bit disingenuous. It was like I've done it, I've gone through the stuff before, come to me, we do things properly, all that sort of stuff, which that didn't really sit well with me, because I'm a bit like, you're playing on people's mental states to then go towards this, especially when you said a lot of shit that, like, I think it started out and it was like 1 in 4 bodybuilders have fucking mental health issues or something, you know, and like stuff like that. And then obviously, I don't think you mentioned it, but as well, when you throw in the potential PD impacts on, let's say, people's mental states, obviously it's not going to be, let's say, there's going to be potentially higher risk and stuff. And then Dara basically was like, you a pussy, what the fuck? Like, Dara's response was as Dara would be. Like, Josh, you probably have got a better, you can take over Dara's side. What did Dara say?
Can't remember it word for word now. And do you know, with the kind of like Instagram world that we're in, if you don't say it word for word, everyone's just like, oh, I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Yeah.
So it's so like, it's such a pain in the ass to try and have a conversation about on a podcast, because if you don't quote them exactly and get exactly where they're coming from, you just get slated. But basically, Dara just disagreed with what Max was saying. And there's a lot of stuff that Dara said that I thought, you know what, mate, you've got a valid point. You know, it's so fucking tricky to talk about. But we were basically, when me and Reece were talking about it when you left last week, Finn, we're basically saying, like, in sport, there is a lot of it's not. I don't think it's PTSD. I think it's almost like post-performance anxiety. You know, you'll go through a situation and you will have some kind of negative thoughts, negative feelings towards what you've been through, right? And my perfect example was the Arsenal team are going to have some level of post-performance anxiety because they are a bunch of bottle jobs, right? And there's going to be some people that will go through prep, they will find elements difficult, they will struggle one way or another, and that will give them some kind of anxiety going forwards. I think to call it PTSD, and yes, all right, you can have CPTSD and fucking XYZ PTSD, all these different types of PTSD. Just
has it all just been a bit blown out of proportion in terms of the terminology of PTSD? You know what I mean? I didn't, like I say, I haven't seen it, but I think it's maybe the terminology. Maybe he shouldn't have said PTSD. You know what I mean? Maybe he should have been like for example, my 2023 prep, I would not say I have PTSD from it, but I do have loads of negative connotations that have come from that I notice some tendencies now. If I notice them, I go, oh, fuck, I don't like that. I don't want to let that happen again. You know what I mean? But I wouldn't say I've got PTSD from it. Like, loads of shit happened in my life because of around that prep, not necessarily because of that prep, but it took me ages to recover. My testosterone was low for a long time. I felt awful. I was depressed, etc. But I wouldn't say I have PTSD from that prep. I would say that prep was a learning curve. It wasn't great, but I've now become a way better person from it. Whereas other people might see it, or they might call it PTSD, and they might use it as a reason as to beat what the saying is, basically shit on bodybuilding. Yeah. Which I could easily do. You know what I mean? I could go, oh, bodybuilding's bad for you because this happened to me.
Yeah. I think, if I'm honest, it just epitomises the times we're in, where unfortunately Max does have some points. Sound. I don't disagree with some of those points. I just think that people use these big words and without actually just using some foresight, I mean, just using some actual critical thinking and thinking, does this actually apply to the everyday person? And then people get upset with that. It's the same in, like, I could get in trouble with this, but like, there's a big difference between, let's say, what sexual harassment was 20 years ago to what it is now. Likewise, if you said, I've got a disability, back in the day, if you had a disability, it was like, you don't even need to say it. I can see, bro, you've got a disability. Nowadays, you can go and get an autism test or a fucking ADHD test and be like, I've got a disability. And it's like, yeah, but like, you know, back in the day, if you had that, you might have been an annoying twat when you were 15. Now it's, oh, don't worry about my annoying twat with a 15-year-old son. He's got ADHD, you know, stuff like that. Like, everything has to be by definition. And I think when you're applying bodybuilding, which is a hobby for every single person involved, bar the top 0.1% of people in the world, like, it is literally a chosen hobby. And then the problem is, you could then go down the side of, well, it's, you know, it's a hobby, but you know, regardless, you're choosing to do it. And then also as well, I do think there's an element to it where, like, from a personal side of things, I really don't, I like Max as a person. I think some of his content, I spoke to him obviously the following day when we didn't train with Max. But I spoke to him and I said, like, I agree with what you're saying. I like Max as a person. I just think I don't like some of his content, especially recently. And as a result, if I'm saying that, there's going to be more people that get offended by this. And, like, for example, Sanaya's dad, I said this to Josh last week, Sanaya's dad was legitimately, he's an army veteran. He has elements of PTSD. Like, if it's a firework outside, he can't go outside. If it's a birthday party and there's more than 5 people, he gets super overwhelmed. He freezes up, he has to go outside, stuff like that. He hates public sort of like social settings and stuff just from his time in the war, which, that, if I was to look at that, like, that's quite sad it's funny enough, actually, Sanaya asked him about this and he could understand where he's coming from. I just find it's very much a case of, what Max has effectively done is he's come out with something extremely bold and Instagrammable, as we all do at times. Josh is fucking doing a teaser reel about jumping on PDs for a fucking ESN sponsorship, for fuck's sake. So, sorry, mate.
I might. I might be going on gear.
Yeah, we don't know.
You've got to wait and find out the 1st of May,
Oh
brother.
my god, okay. Notifications on, guys. Can't wait. But yeah, like, you got, for example, like, he's like throwing a bit of a grenade in there with a very bold statement. And then if you've not said exactly what he said in response, it's like, I didn't say that. I didn't say this. I didn't say that. And someone like Dara is just a fucking classic fucking bodybuilder who just likes bodybuilding. So as a result, he's going to take offense to that and just be like, bro, what the fuck? We all do this. So I don't know. I just think like back in the day, 10, 15 years ago, even less than that, Josh, we've all been doing this long enough. In the gym of like bodybuilders, not men's physique guys, not fucking gay boys like us, talking like actual legit bodybuilders, in Ultraflex Rotherham in 2017 to 20, or when they first opened, before it was even Ultraflex, I guarantee the only competitive guys were big fucking scary dudes, and it was like, Jesus Christ, that's intense. Now, you go into a gym and it's like, cool, I want to compete, which I think is really good for the sport, but it's also unfortunate because we're going to have more people who effectively just aren't, it's not really for them yet, and they're jumping into it too early and coming out with some elements of PTSD, whatever it is, or as Finn said, just fucking anxiety based off prepping and not doing it properly. So yeah, it's hard because I actually think there's some points that I said that actually I think should be spoken about. I have spoken about. I just think it's a case of very much overkill and blown out of proportion from all ends. And yeah.
Cool. Right. Let's leave that at that. I feel like we've covered that in a good amount of detail. And probably offended someone.
Yeah, probably.
We will. 100%.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm probably not welcome at Ultraflex anymore. And do you know what? I'm fine with that. Yeah. I'll move to Loughborough.
We will have offended somebody. You're not welcome here, mate. TPC, not welcome. You said something then. I don't know what it was, but you must have said something wrong. Right, so next topic, fruitiest thing of the week before we get on to show reviews.
Okay. Josh, you're usually good with this.
I went to a coffee shop the other day and enjoyed the coffee that much, I bought a bag of beans.
That was good.
I've got one, I guess. I went to Gale's coffee shop and bakery and I bought a sourdough and got it sliced in front of me and was aroused. More aroused than I have been by my girlfriend in multiple weeks.
So, did you request that they sliced your bread? Did they go, do you want this slicing?
They went sliced. I went, yeah, sliced.
Did they slice it across?
Oh, they've got a machine.
Wow.
Slicing machine. Other than that, I was just fucked last week. People probably noticed on the podcast. I was just battered and spent the weekend with Megan and we were both just battered. We slept in separate beds.
Jesus Christ, it's getting rough.
Mate, that's the bloody fruitiest thing of the week.
That's more so her sleep's not been good. My sleep's still pretty good, to be fair, but she's been really struggling with her sleep because she's obviously very lean. So she's been struggling with her sleep more than I have. So if
you're still fat.
Yeah, because I'm fat.
Yeah.
If I move in the night, it wakes her up. So yeah, I'm more than happy for her to sleep in.
Who instigated that? What was the conversation? Like, was it her? Was it you?
Oh, mate. So this is like even weeks ago, like probably a few weeks back when she stayed at mine, because my bedroom is on the 3rd floor. Because I've got three-story house, guys. You have to go downstairs to go to the toilet. So she was like, "Oh, I'm going to sleep in the spare room so I can go to the toilet next door." So that was like, yeah, fine. Like, it's easier. And then she still didn't sleep great. But then, like, this weekend, we tried. We had a couple nights where we fell asleep together, which was lovely. But then, in the night, she moved.
Sleepwalking.
Yeah.
But we're all good. It's just like, at the end of the day, we both want good sleep. We both want to train well. And we're both, like, happy with that. You know what I mean? It's not like, what the fuck? Like, that's one thing Ethan and Zena put a reel on about, like, you shouldn't prep with your partner because you need to be selfless. I think that's fucking bollocks. I don't need Megan to do things for me in my prep and vice versa. If you want to prep yourself. You don't need your girlfriend or your partner to do it all for you.
Wow, can we clip that up? And Dara's going to be like,
yeah, fuck you, Zena.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
Zena and Ethan are going to be sitting in a fucking car and being like, literally the same caption as fucking Dara put. It's going to be the natural fucking version.
But no, so Zena, like, Megan was like, oh yeah, Zena messaged me saying they've done a reel that is going to like rattle me and Megan. And it's like, no, like, obviously we don't care. Like, we're doing it at the same time and it's fun. We enjoy it.
Hey, Reece, he sounds a bit rattled, doesn't he?
Yeah, Finn, you sound like your head's got a bit, mate. Like, no one's ever mentioned Zena and Ethan on this podcast, ever.
I've not even seen this reel, bro. God, my screen time is like 2 minutes.
You've not seen it, mate. It's your fucking sponsor. It's MBW reel. You should be seeing it.
Sorry, bro. I have the limit on my iPhone. It means that I can only see 14 minutes of Instagram, and I just look at Reece's close friends. That's it.
Yeah, just.
Anyway, what do you boys think? So the reel is basically them saying we prefer as in a relationship as partners, we would prefer prepping in different years so that we can be selfless to that other person, which is a fair point.
I've only got experience of this now. Like I'm the only one who's actually done this. Both are not really. Others.
Yeah. Yeah, but you rely on Sanaya for everything.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, sound cool. Run my business for me. Sound. Cheers, Sanaya. Yeah, she does everything. No, me and Sanaya prepped together in 23 and 21, and then we didn't prep together last year, obviously, because Sanaya is now officially retired. Thank the Lord. I'd say there were perks and cons to each. Like, I don't know. I find like I just look at it and think like it's a tricky one because it depends on the individual. Like me and Sanai really didn't struggle. In 21 it was a bit of a tricky one because we were getting to know each other. But in 23 that was relatively easy. Like that really was a lot easier than I thought. And then last year, like Sanai was obviously like nice to be around on show days and stuff, but the prep was so short, and also like I really wasn't that battered. Like I felt pretty sound throughout the entirety of the
You're
prep.
more experienced
Yeah.
and you prep gets easier and stuff. Like I look back and like obviously with my ex, it was like she was helpful for sure at times, but I shouldn't have needed her. You know what I mean? I didn't need her prepping my meals.
Yeah.
I didn't need her to do my tan. You know what I mean? She would help, but it wasn't like, oh my God, thank God I've got this partner who isn't prepping as well, because otherwise I couldn't do this. Like I don't think that's the case.
No, I never really thought that.
You've got good experience, I guess, because of like your ex she obviously helped.
Yeah, she was helpful. Like, probably made my life 10 times easier, but I don't think I'd want to date someone that is a bodybuilder. I don't know.
See, I would have maybe said that, but then with Megan, it's like the best thing ever. You know what I mean? Like I was saying in Marbella, I was like, you boys were like, oh, this is great, like lads' holiday, and I was like, yeah, but like, imagine your missus is also your best.
Yeah, that's a bit gay. That's a bit fruity. Fruitiest thing you said on the podcast. Sorry, Finn.
But it's true though, isn't it? Like, for example, Reece, when like if Sanaya goes away for a weekend, you're like crying. You want to go with her.
She was away this last weekend.
Reece loses like 3 kilos.
Yeah, mate, she was away this weekend. I had a great time. I enjoy my own time, mate. I love my own time. So I was away from Friday to Monday. I was peak living. Downloaded one of the old Black Ops Call of Duties, playing some zombies Saturday night. It was fucking great.
Did you remember to wash yourself?
Yeah, man. Finn, you speak about this. You lost an entire relationship from a prep and stuff like that. So, like, come on, leave me alone, man. I'm not that bad. And Josh, so did you.
No, I know, mate. I'm not saying anything. I'm not coming out on the attack.
Yeah, but we had girlfriends who was ballsy enough to leave us. Unfortunately, yours isn't. She's just like, I'll stick with it.
This guy's fucking makes so much money. That's what it is. Just balling. She's like, fuck yeah.
Right, Reece, just on Sanaya for a second. You know, now that she's done with bodybuilding, is she basically natural again, or
yeah? Sanaya's not taking anything for years now. She could probably do fucking 2 bros natural this year, I'd say. Yeah, we'll be 3 years.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's
she's had some interest to like towards the peptide side of things that are like on that sort of questionable, like they'd probably be natural for high rocks, but they're not hormonal or anything, you know. But then also she's like, do I really want to go to the levels? And is it like, especially as a female, like if you imagine, this is something I think like not many guys realize, like you've gone from like no hormones to then like having to like anabar and play and like let's say clen to then put in peptides. It's like, well, you've gone from nothing to a lot as a female. Like as a guy, like if you guys were to jump on like let's say a mild cycle, you probably would be like, I just feel normal, but maybe a bit better. So like Sanaya's gone from like nothing to like prep cycles before, which to be fair, she's only ever literally done two prep cycles. She never did anything in the off season. So like the thought I think of peptides, when I was like breaking it down to, I was like, they would help, but like I don't really think you'll see a massive return because like you're still hormonally like here. You just have like a few things that are just going to be spiking. But yeah, no, Sanaya's been natty now for the last time she competed was 23, and I don't like, as you said, I don't think she'll compete again, and she likes to do high rocks and stuff like that. So yeah.
What's your fruitiest thing, Reece?
Honestly, I feel like I'm going to be honest.
Downloading Black Ops.
No. I feel like I live my life, and I am incredibly gay on a daily basis. Incredibly fruity on a daily basis. And then when it comes around to my summary, because I've been so fruity, I struggle to put it on one thing. Like, there's a lot of like little things that I think of. Like, there was this might not even be fruity. There was a girl in Starbucks who got mine and Sana's order wrong. Like a week and a half ago. She ended up walking out in tears because I asked, "Can I have the coffee made again?" And it was like a big issue. She was like, "No, you didn't say that." I was like, "I did." And she was like, "I didn't." I was like, "I did." And she was like, I have to make it again." And I was like, "Thanks." And then I said to her, I was like, "Not very nice way of interacting." And then she was like, "Oh, well, I won't make you coffee." And I said, "Well, your job is to literally make coffees. Like, please, just do your job." And then like, maybe this
is fruity.
No, this isn't fruity. I went back and was.
It's just you being an arsehole again.
No. So I was. Who's been an arsehole?
You.
How?
I guarantee you spoke to her like, "Make me a coffee, that's your job."
No. Okay, I did.
It's literally your job to make me a coffee.
I did say that at the end. But also, guys, you get a coffee wrong and you go, "Excuse me, sorry to be a pain. I asked for this instead, and it's been this," and you get met with a, "No, you didn't." I was like, "I know my order," you know, and it's, "No, you didn't." You go, I know my order. Anyway, yeah, I did speak to her a bit rudely at the end. She walked out crying. I really hoped that I went back in and was like, the last 3 times that I've been past Sainsbury's, I've looked and I'm intentionally waiting to see her so I can go and ask for a coffee with the same order and say, "Did you get that?" Like, I don't know if that's fruity. That's the thing. That's just.
How is this fruity? No, this is just you being a twat.
That is bullying, man.
I'm going. Yeah. I know.
Talking.
What's her name? It's like a 4-letter word. She's slightly on the bigger side at Sainsbury's, Starbucks. I want my coffee done, and I don't want to get bullied by her saying, "No, you didn't," 4 times in a row. "No, you didn't do it. Not gonna do your coffee." Come on, man.
Right, this is the opposite, I think, of the fruitiest thing.
Okay,
yeah, this is like this just isn't. It's sour.
Yeah.
It's not fruity.
No, but
sour.
No. But I mean it in the way of like, this coffee woman has like, she's living in my head rent free. That's what I mean by this. Like, I am, my day to day, I'm affected. Like, you know, if I said I dislike this woman, like, I find time in the day to dislike this woman in my head. Like, that's how much like she's really irritated me. She didn't give me my oat milk.
I would love
She gave me semi-skimmed milk, guys, not my oat milk. It's annoyed me. So yeah.
Is that what the issue was?
Yeah.
Yeah, Reece, what's your order?
Oat milk. I had a iced oat milk latte. So yeah, that's in itself is incredibly fruity.
Yeah, that's the fruity.
That's what I mean. And I was annoyed. I got a more masculine order.
We got there again.
I was annoyed. I got a more masculine order. So yeah.
Right. So, well, afterwards you just give me a black Americano.
Just give me a black coffee. Now.
Actually,
forget the milk.
You just spit in my cup. That'll do. Jeez.
No, funny.
Right, let's get into some show reviews. I mean, not really much to talk about in regards to this show, to be honest. Blessing was expected to win and he was off, so Leandro won. Blessing didn't even come second, he came third to that Wellington guy. Anybody got any comments on this other than Blessing was a bit off?
He wasn't very happy, was he, Mr. Blessing?
Was he not?
But I'm sure it'll be a blessing in disguise. Oh dear. Do you know what? It looks all right on these photos. I can't really see.
I saw like a photo of like the right side of his hip or something being like, or like his oblique.
Position. He just doesn't look as lean as.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I didn't really pay attention to it.
Like through his quads and stuff, even like through his glutes in some of these rear shots. Again, like might be the lighting, but yeah, it just doesn't look quite as sharp as the top two.
Yeah. How many shows is this on the bounce from now? Is this his third, I think, or fourth?
He's done they're not on the bounce exactly, but he has done a few, and he's obviously travelled quite a lot. Like, these guys are all from South America. He's had to travel. I think he lives in America, right? Even though he's like originally from Ireland, but he's still travelled to UK. I think he lives in America, or does he live in Dubai? I don't know where he lives, but either way, I know he had to travel further, so I guess that plays a role than the guys who were already in South America. This guy was actually, like, to say he's short, he was very impressive. Like, he's like a bit like a Sean Clarida. He's obviously a lot smaller.
Like, I did think it was Sean Clarida for a second.
That's a bit racist, Josh.
It's really small on my screen. I can literally just based off of
what,
his
you
head.
just assumed
He
you
looks
saw
a little bit short.
you
for
just
me to like.
assumed because of his skin color and his height.
He's done well to get in the top 4, though. Look at that. He's not big.
Yeah, he's good. He's good. Oh yeah. That's not Sean. That's not Sean.
He's well balanced. His back shot there is really good.
Yeah.
Look at his ass. Wow.
So yeah, other than that, updates. I guess we've got the Portugal show.
Can I interject, by the way, guys? I just remembered what is actually a gay thing, not me being horrible to Starbucks lady. One of my clients, Ollie, got asked fuck, marry, kill, and I really like Ollie, and he decided to kill me, and I was genuinely a bit upset. I was like, no, I'd like to get married to Ollie.
What were his options?
Finn Allison and Conroy and me, and I was like, no, Finn Allison and James Linford, and he said he fucked James because he said he fucked James because he's a bitch, which, I mean, understandable comment. Understandable statement that. He'd marry Finn, and I was like, so not Finn Kelly, Finn Allison, my client, and then he'd kill me, and I was a bit disappointed. Like, I genuinely, I was close to messaging me, like, cheers, mate. But yeah, but I didn't. So yeah, I was a bit disappointed. So I'd probably say that was my gayest thing.
That is a good one, to be fair. Portugal show, a few UK athletes. Yeah. This girl got a pro card. That was Tim's client, Ash, who won his class.
The girl's a joke, isn't she?
Yeah. Pro card.
Who's the girl?
She did was she wellness a few years back? She's made honestly, no. Is she tagged? Yeah, Taylor. Yeah, Josh. Have a look at this girl. Like, if she's posted a recent transformation, she's very much pro standard already. Like, very good pro standard.
Is it Heck Rules is girl?
Yeah, I think he coaches her as well. I'm not too sure, but yeah.
Yeah.
Where?
Go down. I'm pretty sure she posted a photo recently. Her back's fucking wild, crazy. See if she's got a transformation sometime soon. It's the wellness one there, Finn, on the right. Jesus Christ, look at that.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah, that's absurd, isn't it?
Odds are crazy.
Yeah.
I'd love to know the time frame.
Yeah, it doesn't say there.
I honestly don't think it's been more than a couple of years, 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, that's mental. Fair play.
Yeah, really, really good.
Yeah, she looks great. Very, very good.
So did she win figure?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a dude, guys. He's got 10K followers. Bikini Worldwide News or whatever. I met him in the Arnolds, and he did a video hyping this girl up, and it was like me speaking to a fucking AI generated in real life person, because he does content, and he's like, Taylor's gonna win a pro card. She's so good from the rear. She's amazing. Look at her back, guys. Wow, I don't know why I've not seen this girl before. And he spoke like that to me in person when I was at the airport for 30 minutes straight, without me getting anything other than maybe honestly about 7 words in, to the point where Sanaya just walked off and went to the toilet, and I was like, how the fuck do I get out of this conversation? So I just went the whole, oh, bro, what's your Instagram? Let me grab your Instagram. And I followed him. Proudest unfollow I've ever had in my life recently. So, yeah, I don't know who it is, but he did a video. He tagged her. So if you want to see the guy, find her ats. He did one of those speaking over the videos because she accepted a collab or something. I don't know. Yeah, just got that off my chest.
Right, so appreciate first timers too.
Can we have a new segment in the podcast, please?
What?
People that Reece hates.
Don't hate it. Boys,
who do you hate the most this week?
When you're sat at an airport and your flight's been delayed, and because you just happen to be in a bodybuilding sort of area, everyone's just wants to chat to you, and I'm like, mate, I'd honestly just rather be on my laptop, And it was the most painful conversation ever. He wasn't a bad person. He came up and introduced himself, and I was like, oh, you're right, man. And after 3 minutes, I was like, cool. 5 minutes, I was like, okay. 10 snides walked off, and I was like, okay. Minimum 20 minutes, and that's not me exaggerating. It was and I got 8 words in there, and I was just hearing him just talk about his passion of following bikini girls.
It is hard sometimes, that when it's just people can't read that the conversation's over, or that you've got something to crack on with.
Right.
Does anybody know who breached the first timers thing?
Yeah,
they posted about
it was the men's physique short. Obviously, someone tagged him in the post. He competed. He competed 3 years ago, 2 years ago. He did an NPC show.
Bless you.
Yeah, bless you, Josh. Anyone stand out? I'm going to be honest. I didn't really know anybody in this show. Like, I didn't really.
No,
yeah, like usually in the first time of shows, I kind of know a few people who's prepping and stuff. Like, I literally didn't recognize a single person on the reel, really.
I don't even know there were a first timer show on this weekend because I've not seen a single person say that that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
Some decent ones. A few good
The
men's physique guys.
junior men's physique kid, the guy on the left, junior men's physique guy looked great. I'm surprised he didn't win the overall, to be fair.
Quick shout out to Megan. This is Rio, Rio Finlater that I coach. This is his girlfriend. He coached her. She's posed by Sanaya as well, and she won wellness. So shout out to her. That was cool to see and good for obviously Rio and for her. So I was buzzing for them. This guy was very impressive.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't win the overall, to be fair. Like, judging off photos and the reel, I thought he looked great.
Yeah. So this guy won the overall.
Josh, opinions?
No, very good.
No, but like
I think like in terms of like an impressive junior, he's one of the best juniors that we've seen this year.
He's really good.
Yeah, he's really good. Lad's 18 with a rig like that.
18?
Oh my god.
What?
Who's this kid? Next thing you know, they're going to be saying he's natty.
Oh, good.
Oh, that's cold, isn't it? 2 posts.
So, this is the thing, though. Like, this is why, when you got guys who are like doing these shows, I've had a few clients already be like, I wonder if this guy's going to jump in. I wonder if this guy's doing the show. This guy hasn't uploaded a single thing, just turns up and probably is the second best men's physique guy in the show. Arguably could have been the first best. And he's done literally, like, obviously he's got some highlights and stuff.
Didn't even have an Instagram post before PCA. She invited him.
Yeah. I like this kid. This kid's going to go far. Hell yeah. That's class.
Yeah, his next post is going to be pro card. Post after that will be Olympia qualification.
He's got a rule.
And then it'll be like
he doesn't upload pics. He just accepts collabs. He's like I'm not uploading a single pic. I just accept collabs. That's it, guys.
To be fair, that physique tall guy there, Josh, does look pretty crazy in that.
Do they have the physique short there, or do they mark him off?
This guy.
Physique short? No, that wasn't. That's Masters, isn't it?
No, he's short.
It wasn't. That's not the dude who. Okay, when did they upload this? Is this recently? Yeah, 8 hours ago or hours ago.
5 hours ago.
Yeah, they updated it. That's the dude. That's not the dude that. That was second place.
Who was?
If you look on the post, he was tagged. I don't know. Maybe PCA deleted the comments or whatever.
Go down.
They must have taken it off because it's here. I've just been on it.
Oh.
But he's not like. No one tagged him. They must have deleted the tag.
Oh, I've not told you who I went for a drink with last night.
Who?
I went on a date.
With who, Josh?
Mr. Jack Eagles.
Oh, wow. Did Jack have a drink?
We sat and had a Pepsi Max. We spoke about his season. We spoke about what's coming up, and that is that.
Was it good?
Had a lovely time.
How was he doing?
He's doing all right. I actually thought it was going to be... Last time we went for a drink together was because I was clinically depressed.
Yeah.
Now it's the other way around.
I thought it was going to be the other way around. So I went there like, shoulder were ready for him to cry on, and no, we sounds good. It was like, improvements have been made. Obviously not doing the Olympia, just going to do what he's done the last 12 months for the next 12 months.
You do, though, you know what I mean? That's how you kind of got to be in it. Like, as much as it's obviously, been a bit of a disappointing season for him, like that. I watched his YouTube where he said, like, obviously he's not like carrying on the prep, and I thought he came across really well. It was just like, fair play, mate. Like, he hasn't let anybody down. Like, he might feel like he has with his sponsors, but mate, like, you haven't. Like, nobody's been let down in any way. Like, everybody wants you to do well. That's it.
I think that's what he thought, that he would be letting down, ESN and Gymshark, and they've literally like, no, you've done amazing.
Yeah, that's
nice. Or they're invested in him in the long term rather than the next.
Yeah, he's probably even more invested now because they've like seen how much it means to him and that he's disappointed, not just like, I don't give a fuck. Like, he's come across well. It's just a shame that he didn't get what he wanted.
Yeah,
that's life.
Did he like the gym? when he came here? Did he say?
Yes. He said that he had a little bit of a posy pose in front of Reece. He said that your posing room is very good. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's training with Tom, Evolution training. So, like, Tom messaged me saying, like, oh, me and Jack are there on Saturday. And I was training, like, similar sort of times. So, yeah, I saw him post. He said he was, like, 1.5 pounds down from show weight, if I'm not mistaken. Which I joked about, and I was like, that's coming from someone who needs to grow, bro. That's a bit boring. But obviously, again, like, it's probably just him chasing sort of, again, quality weight and stuff like that. But, yeah, I thought it looked sound like... He is noticeably smaller than the good classic guys, but then also he is younger. So like, it's one of those sort of things. Like we've voiced our opinions. Like it doesn't really matter at this point. It doesn't fucking make a difference. Jack needs to be a lot bigger. He needs to somehow make himself a bit taller, and he needs to add a good amount of size, and as well, like just enjoy the process of fucking bodybuilding, which I think Jack does in the off season. But when he gets into prep, it looks like it's very much objectively like driven based off results until it isn't, and then he kind of takes a step back. And I think in 3 months, even though he wasn't by the sound of things, Josh, he was all right. In 3 months, he'll probably look back and go, fucking hell, that was cool. But like, God, I need to get better. You know, where immediately afterwards, it is a bit of a bitter pill to swallow, especially like when he has been coming out saying he's going to get to Olympia this year, he's at the level, and it's like, well, you've done everything that's possible. It's not like Jack's fooled around and thought, oh yeah, I'm just going to bullshit it and hope. You know, like Jack would have deep down thought, I've done everything. And if you have, sound, just keep going. You know, it's like, I'd be absolutely stunned if Jack was to go, okay, guys, I'm just going to stop. I'm not doing it again. Like, you know, like, yeah, you don't know any better. And I think bodybuilding, that's the weird thing about bodybuilding, is no one fucking gets into it because you love the act of competing because you've not done it before. But you love training, you love just progressing, you love the parts that, like, you forget about when you get deep into prep and when you're in between shows, especially the higher up you get. So, yeah, Jack just needs to fucking train heavy, eat a good amount of food, get fucking strong. I know he'll compete next year. I don't think he should. Like he needs. I think he needs a lot longer than a year. But obviously, based off social media and stuff, he probably will. But yeah, I'd say he needs 2 years off, 3 years off until he's competitive at like a mediocre to decent show. And then at that point, let's see if he's a bit taller and his spine hasn't been compressed and stuff like that. You know, like hopefully he can look more comparable to the bigger dudes.
What is the crack with his weight cap, Josh? Do you know like what he's got available?
He's got some weight to put on, I believe, like a good amount of weight.
Yeah,
that's what we were saying. That's what I didn't understand. Like he obviously was like having to like dig to get it down to the weight cap, but then I don't think he should have had to dig to get down to the weight cap. You know what I mean? Especially for the first show. I get it for the second show because they pushed weight right up, but for the first show, did he need to dig to get into it?
Look, in the enhanced side, digging, I think a true dig is diuretics and pushing, like using the fucking treasure chest. I don't think he did that. So in my eyes, all right, he might have pushed hard on an output front and had low food, but in my eyes, he's not done like an enhanced dig.
Yeah. The thing is, though, that
it's like when you start using things like that, yeah, he's probably got another fucking 15 pounds that he could.
The guys that are, you know, the top guys are doing exactly that plus the diuretics. Like it's not where it's just like, oh yeah, okay, I'm going to be under the weight cap and I'm good to go, and like I can just do a bit more cardio. Like Jack wouldn't have needed to do everything, but like I guarantee it, 2 weeks out, 3 weeks out, Wesley Vissers is probably like, right, cool, hour of cardio, minimal carbs. Probably utilising no compounds that aromatise, having his estrogen in the bin, aldactone from a week out. And obviously this isn't me saying he's doing this, but this is like me theorising on the top dudes. Because I don't want Wesley to sue me and say I used aldactone from 6 days out, Reece, not 7, and do a reel about it. You didn't say this exactly, and in his car, and I get upset. But like, it's an element to it where it's like, there'll be aldactone from like maybe the peaking for the food to minimise everything, harsh diuretics the night before, diazide, stuff like that, and it's the extreme side of things. It's like, for example, I don't know, like pro fighting. I guarantee the top guys are sinking into the weight caps, but the mediocre to average guys are probably like, well, I'm in the weight cap anyway, so I'm all right. You know, where the other guys, they're like fighting 20 pounds heavier a day later.
It is dangerous. Yeah. Like the whole weight cap aspect of classic is dangerous.
Yeah.
Like it's not healthy. That's like the most probably unhealthy aspect of bodybuilding. Like regardless of PEDs and everything, like having to fucking bury yourself and like people passing out in the sauna and taking crazy amounts of diuretics. Like it's not worth it. It's just not. It's just fucking bodybuilding, guys.
How much money would you have to get to do that?
You don't do it for money. You're not doing it for the. You're not doing it for money though. You're doing it for the love of the game. You're doing it for the progression aspect. You know, like I guarantee, like no one's going, oh my god, yeah, sick. I'm gonna look. I can't wait to fucking deplete this week. You know, like irrelevant to money.
Yeah, to potentially earn X amount of money. They're doing it because they want to look their best and bring their best out.
Exactly.
And they trust their coach.
Yeah. But yeah.
Right, let's discuss the PCA Naturals Ireland, which looked like a pretty good show, to be fair. The overall winners, especially, shout out to Leo Woods winning overall. Leo.
Yeah, well done,
He's
Leo.
very, very good. I mean, he's always had the potential and always had like a really nice, bubbly kind of looking physique and always been good for men's physique. So it's cool to see him go over there and win an overall. Morgan won the bodybuilding overall, who I've competed against before. Really good bodybuilder, coached by Adam Powell. I think he'll be doing some similar shows to me this year, which will be cool. But he's looking really good.
They
so yeah,
Phil, have they uploaded
leave that on.
a pic of Morgan?
They will have done, yeah, and he's posted some. He looks good, mate.
Yeah, he looks good. I've only seen 2 photos of people in men's physique so far.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
He's really good.
What show did you compete against him at?
So I think I've competed against him maybe a couple of times. I know I have once at the WMBF. I think he came third, and the one that I won in the end. So he came third in the end. I think he came fourth and then came third in the end.
Was that the one where you came second and then came first?
Right, that's right. Yeah. But yeah, he's made massive improvements. So fair play to him. He looks great. Fair play to him and to Adam. Again, Leo there, and then there's the girls winners, a girl called Hessie Brown, and Megan. A lot of Megans in the bodybuilding world. Classic overall. I think there's a first timers show as well before. So it was two shows. It was first timers and then natural.
They do a classic overall and a bodybuilding overall, don't they? For Peace Island. Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
Did you not just say? I'm a bit confused. That's not.
So the first time.
Oh, my bad.
They did 2 shows in one day.
At one of the shows they did last year, I think the one with Brandon won, there was 3 male overall winners and only 1 female overall winner. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I can't remember. There was a PCA show where it was like there was 3. I don't know if it was Brandon's show, but I think it was. And I was like, how's that happened? So I'm not too sure.
Yeah, definitely like quite a good standard.
Yeah, no, really good.
For the
yeah.
Is Morgan from Ireland?
I think so. Yeah. I think he's Irish.
I think I've actually seen him in Ireland.
Yeah, look. So MBFI, WMBF Supernaturals third. That's the one I did. He came second in Ireland. Won the MBFI, and then he won something last year, and then he's obviously done the PCA and won that this year. But yeah, he's good. Really good. So it'll be interesting to see like how, if I do compete against him, how I look in comparison to him. Because like I say, I've beaten him before, but I know he's made massive improvements. And I'd like to say that I have, but he's fucking good. He's a big guy. I don't know what he weighs.
I think from the rear you might beat him. He has got an extremely freaky element to him. Like that's a really impressive exercise.
He's very like vascular through certain areas. He's got a nice front lat spread where he's actually on his abs there. I might try and see how that looks for me, where I actually contract into my abs. I don't think it'll look as good as that, to be fair. But yeah, he's got like a really nice.
Yeah, his midsection's really good. Like everything's very balanced. Yeah. Has he got any back photos? I've not seen a single shot of his back.
There were one of him on show day morning.
Bro is allergic to back pics. Jesus Christ, yeah.
I don't think he's as good from the rear, to be fair.
Sense why, like in regards to...
I don't post any my back post.
Yeah, you just post the scrunch.
So, yeah, his hammies aren't quite as thick as his quads. Oh, nice glutes though,
yeah,
bro.
amazing glutes. Oh, I can't wait to take pics of both of your glutes together, Finn, and send you them afterwards and save them for later. That'll be going to be a favourite. You do them on hair at least, Finn. Like, you're definitely a bit better looking. So, like, if he does beat your muscularity, at least you're a bit more handsome. So, yeah.
That's all that really
Yeah, exactly, man. You know, your mum would say, you're the prettier boy, though, Finn. It's okay. You know, you win some, you lose some.
He's a big guy, to be fair. But again, it's hard to tell.
Don't be scared, mate. It's fine.
Versus actually, mate, I might not even be against him. I don't know.
In the overall, baby.
Have I stopped sharing now?
Yes, you have.
Yeah, maybe. I think he's shorter than me. I think he weighs less than me. Like, I think he's in the mid-70s and I'm in the high 70s. I think he's a bit shorter than me. I'm not 100% sure. But I think he might be in like middles. Or he's doing classic. He might be
I was going to say, that looked like classic to me.
Yeah. And I'm not doing classic.
Yeah, bro. Much less people in bodybuilding.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I'll be surprised to see how many guys are doing these earlier shows in bodybuilding. Because, like, I feel like years gone by, I was saying this to you earlier, Finn. Years gone by, I feel like I kind of know a lot of the dudes who are prepping within the natural scene. I honestly don't know anyone who's prepping really this year. Like, for these.
I feel like the early season is always a bit quiet. It's always quiet.
Yeah.
Like, always.
I don't know, man. But AJ Morris competed last year early.
Yeah, but it was only AJ.
No, it was AJ and the guy that came second in the UK DFBA show. What's his name? Classic dude. He looks really good. He
Sean Lopez.
No, Sean was fucking great. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Mikey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was the guy that came second? Oh, coached by Adam Powell.
No, he wasn't. Is it Adam Powell? I thought it was Lewis. Is it Lewis? No, he was second in the overall. Blonde kid. He's gone assisted now. He was wearing a fucking onesie backstage. I rated it.
Oh, Jackie Wham?
No.
Something like that.
I'm searching this up. Lewis, is it Pro Coach still?
Yeah. There were another lad that was coached by Adam. Pretty confident.
Oh, Ed likes.
Yes, him. Yeah. Really nice dude. But like, yeah, he was like.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, it's never as busy, and also that PCA Naturals 1 show was just too early in the seasons that people didn't do it.
Yeah, some like random German kid will fly over who's like just randomly prepped, who's not announced it. Like, they seem to be just dominating PCA fucking UK shows recently.
Mate, they love it, don't they?
Tobias just brings all his clients over and smashes it.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I've seen like the amount of transformations. You know that Christian Quays, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
He's got a kid. I say kid. He's a fucking unit. He used to be natural for. Do you know Valentin? No, Valentin. He did WMBF in 24. Finn, go on Instagram and type in like Valentin. Like he's enhanced now. He's 100 and like, granted he could be a bit leaner, but he's like close to 120 on stage. And he did WMBF in 2024, and like he literally looks like an entirely different person. It's like some of the fastest rate of progression I've ever seen. Like ridiculous.
On Christian's page.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he was coached by him.
Has he competed recently?
Yeah, he did the UK. His name is Valentin Semmler, spelled Valentin and then Semmler. So if you go on his highlights, he did 2022 WMBF. So 2022, he literally he looked great for a natty. He followed me before I followed him back, so I was like, he must have been within like the natural.
What is this?
Valentin Semmler. Yeah, there you go, Finn. 81K. Yeah, go on his highlights. Don't go on his page. Don't scroll down. Click on like WMBF 2022. Look at Josh. Look at this on the screen. What the absolute fuck is this, bro? Like, this is a joke. Crazy. And I don't know what it is about these German dudes, like these German Austrian dudes or whatever. It's just ridiculous. Airbnb walkthrough. Thanks, mate. Come on, show me your physique in a thong.
Take your clothes off.
So, as you can see, for a natty, really good. Really, really good. But natural, obviously. And then, like, you look at him now, he did classic last year. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, he looks great. That's really good. Now, Finn, just go on his page now. Have a look at him now. The fuck is that? That is ridiculous. Like, yeah.
It's a bit like that Zach, that's coached by Callum. Like a couple of years ago, he competed against Matt Butcher, and now he's an absolute unit.
Yeah. But like the thing is with Zach is the thing with Zach you can kind of like understand is like he's only like high 90s kilos body weight. Valentin's 117. Granted, not as conditioned as Zach, but like it's Zach's progression's a joke. Funnily enough, I know he listens to the podcast. I messaged him when he won no raw.
Yeah, he's
I hadn't seen his page really before, but I knew that he was natural before, and his progression's been a joke. But like,
has he competed as a night?
Yeah.
Mate, he competed against Matt. Matt Chapman in Denmark. Yeah, it's here. Look.
Oh my days!
That's a year apart. They got
34 kilos.
Look, that's supposed to say 2026, guys. It's not 1 year. It's 1 year, not 1 month. But yeah, he beat Matt, and it was close. It was close. Like as a natty, he was good. He wasn't anything like what the fuck. But like, yeah, he's a unit now.
Chuffing, eh? I tell you what, maybe I need to change my announcement on Friday.
You jump on it. That does make you that those are the type of transformations where you do think, it'd be quite interesting to see. You know what I mean? Like now and again, I do see that and go, that was quite interesting.
Maybe one day.
Mine will be transformation from being alive to being unalive.
_enhanced physique. Just change the whole business.
Tell Josh, Noah, and Matt. Sorry, guys, you're gonna all have to. Or Matt, you can only pose now, guys in gear.
All our clients have gear. Sorry, guys, just what we're
it's like when like when coaches would change who they were coached by back in the day, and they're like, right, so now I do week 5 deloads, stuff like that, like, and then everything would change. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Right, is that it?
Right, let's wrap it up there. Yeah, man, good pod.
Perfect. Yeah, man, sound. That was a good one. We had a lot to cover. Are we doing Thursday this week?
Yeah, we'll try our absolute best. I've just got a couple bits I need to sort that day.
Sound. Right, Josh, you can do the outro. Bye. Say bye.
Bye, everybody. Stay blessed. Don't die.
Yeah, agreed.